Hey guys, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Electro Ninja's Lab. Once again, we are talking about Miraculous. But today we are returning to my loving series, Plots. Basically, what ideas do I have for what is going to happen in a future episode of Miraculous? Now, I've talked about Kwami Buster before. And it's surprisingly one of my most viewed videos as of right now. And of my Miraculous theories, it is the most viewed video right now. So that's really telling you something. The only videos above it is the music video, is my first music video, and a few reactions, I believe. Yeah, that should be all that is, which is amazing. But I want to talk about what could actually be happening in this episode. Now, previously, I said that most likely what would probably happen is that someone gets either their miraculous full time, which we now know is not the case, but it was a possibility, and their Kwami just slips out. The other possibility was that Marinette isn't able to take the miraculouses from them because there was an emergency and she just simply can't do it right now. She can't take the miraculouses away while they're in the middle of a fight. But that still doesn't seem like the right solution. Especially now. So let's read the synopsis one more time. Miss Mendeloof gets akumatized into Kwami Buster. She wants to capture Tiki and Plag to prove to the world that these magical creatures are real. Ladybug and Cat Noir have to protect their secret at all costs. Now, this is actually something that I want to at least talk about briefly because I have a feeling that there might be something that might be important. We all know that certain series have started again, such as Zack Storm is now pretty far in its runtime, and of course, and now we have Power Players, with obviously more shows coming our way pretty soon, most likely within the next year or so. But that's actually something that's kind of important, because if they decide that they want to introduce these shows, actually introducing them in, well, this episode of Miraculous would actually be one of their best decisions, simply because of the fact that by having these characters learn about them pretty early on, we at least will have more incentive to go watch these shows. It's a common practice that you'll often see in other shows, such as how when we had the movie for My Hero Academia, we got information in the show about the movie. We got an episode devoted to prepping us for the movie, which, let me be honest, it was awesome. I loved that episode, probably one of the best episodes of the season. And most likely, we will be getting similar episodes in this upcoming season, talking about things like My Hero Academia Vigilantes and the second movie, which is also coming out later this year. So, at least in Japan. So, the simple fact of the matter is that, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that we can expect. And being as they never really got the chance to actually discuss these shows in previous seasons, now might actually be the right time to do that, considering the fact that this is around the same time that the comic is happening. Perhaps the characters just got back from the events that happened in the comic in Kwami Buster. But we don't know. So, yeah, she may at least want to find something as basically a way to show that, yeah, these guys are actually here. Big whoop. Which I do want to talk about the comic again, and that will be something that will be showing up in tomorrow's videos. I'm sorry I said that it wasn't going to be that, but it actually should be talked about, actually. Um, so let's discuss, well, this. What is going to happen in Kwami Buster? Quite simply, most likely, Tiki and Plag will will tell Marinette and Adrian, "Hey, can we go talk to the other Kwami? They're actually kind of close by," and they go off to talk in some secluded place, or they think it's secluded. Then the two of them fly off. No big deal. They don't. They they say that they'll be on top of the building, as basically so that if there is an Akuma, they can rush to Ladybug and Cat Noir if there is such a thing. They go off, and Miss Mendeloof sees them. She chases after them, and she then does something along the lines of she had a camera that she's trying to show off that the Kwamis are there. Maybe she hid a camera in the class because she's seen the Kwamis before, but she just never got the chance to explain herself. So in this episode, she, of course, goes into the events of, well, Kwami Bus. She tries to show off, she says, she brings in Marinette and Adrian into the principal's office saying something along the lines of, they did some, they have pets in the school, and I have seen them. And this time, I caught them on camera. Now, the thing is that Marinette has never gotten information about the fact that Kwamis don't show up on camera. So Adrian's just like, oh, okay. I don't know what you're talking, and says something like, I don't know what you're talking about. And Marinette is like, yeah, me neither, and is freaking out a bit because she doesn't know about the whole Kwamis don't show up on camera. She then pops in the tape, at which point nobody sees anything. And she points to a specific spot and says, they were right there. Why aren't they showing up on the camera? I saw them, and something like that. It would be amazing, don't get me wrong, but it's also something that, let's be honest, it's kind of insane. So, yeah, Principal Damocles lets them go, and then Miss Mendeloof, of course, gets pissed off, becomes Kwami Buster, and then attacks Adrian and Marinette, captures maybe Tiki, maybe Plag, both of them, and then storms off to go to show the entire world about the Kwamis. At which point, Marinette runs off to Master Fu and says and tells him what's happened, that Tiki and Plag have been captured. So she, of course, has to run. So he gives her another miraculous, perhaps the Rat Miraculous, and he also would give her a second miraculous, saying, "Give this to the first person you gave it to last time." Saying something along the lines of, "Give this to Adrian," or something about the Snake Miraculous, which would actually be a good reason to have Aspic show up again. So she runs off, finds Adrian as the new as the new person, says, "Look, I'm actually Ladybug. My Kwami was stolen. I want you to take this miraculous and help me out. I don't know why Master Fu wanted you, but here we go. Why he suggested that I get you, but he did." The two of them run off and and fight to save the day, eventually getting Plag and Tiki back. Then transforming back into their new form. Then Marinette becomes Multi-Mouse combined with Ladybug, captures the Akuma, and they save the day. Big whoop, everything happens, everyone's excited, and it's the end of the episode. But then Miss Mendeloof confronts them, realizes what happened, and she talks to Marinette in private and says, "I'm sorry, I didn't realize that I could have accidentally revealed your identities. I promise I won't do it again." And then Marinette says something along the lines of, "Miss Mendeloof, you need to go into hiding. We can't, if Hawkmoth ever akumatizes you again, he may realize that you know who we are. Until Hawkmoth has been defeated, me and Cat Noir simply have to ask that you leave. Leave Paris. Find someplace safe to go. Because otherwise, it's going to be an even smaller chance that we'll be able to survive." And as such, she does. She says her goodbyes to her students, and some people are upset, obviously, such as Max would most likely be one of the most upset students. And she leaves. The reason that I'm suggesting that they get rid of Miss Mendeloof isn't because I don't like her as a character. In fact, I think she's one of the most interesting characters, and I would like to learn more about her. But quite simply, she wasn't in these past few episodes that take place afterwards, such as Feast, Ladybug, which is such an important episode and has so much importance. It's surprising that Miss Mendeloof wasn't there, because honestly, I think Miss Mendeloof would have also wanted to help Marinette. She is one of her teachers, one of her most important teachers, actually. And the same goes for other episodes, like Gamer 2.0. There was nothing that mentioned their chemistry class, meaning that it's very likely she's gone. So, while it's sad to see a good teacher go, it might be the best option. I'm probably going to get some of you upset about doing this episode, but honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this is how that episode ends. Even if they don't do everything that I suggested in this video, it seems like that might be what they're going to do. Quite simply, even if they go around with doing a completely different thing, maybe they don't capture the Akumas, or maybe they do capture the Akuma, but she never captured Plag or Tiki. Maybe since she'll know who they are, it's just better for her to leave. Because if at any point she gets akumatized again, it'll be a bad situation. And episodes such as Cat Blanc, with all this build-up towards the fact that you can't ever reveal your identity, it's extremely dangerous. Things like the episodes like Miracular, where they're saying, sorry, Chloe, you can never be Queen Bee again because you revealed your identity and everyone knows it. That's bad. That's going to end very badly for you. And the same goes for other episodes, such as Ikari Gozen. Again, she accidentally revealed her identity, and it was disastrous. Obviously, Gamer 2.0, there wasn't anything about the reveal, but the simple fact of the matter is that we know that Cat Blanc is going to have something like that, where his identity, let's be honest, it's out in the open. And we also know that Hawkmoth very likely knows at least who Adrian is, especially after the events of Ladybug. There's no doubt in my mind that Hawkmoth knows that Marinette is that Adrian is Cat Noir and Ladybug is Marinette. So the simple fact of the matter is that most likely it's the best option to keep their identity safe. They have to send her away. Oh well. But since that is the last episode before the end, it's kind of an interesting side story, to say the least. But it's building up towards Cat Blanc and Ladybug, and of course, the season finale. And now that we will only have 4 episodes left after Kwami Buster comes out, I'm excited, and I know that you guys are too. So, if you guys have any theories about whatever miraculous, then definitely let me know them down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and of course, if you're new, please subscribe and ring that notification bell, because it helps us out a ton. But anyways, guys, I've been Electric Ninja, and I will see you guys next time. But on!